Just on McGinn, I mean, you obviously had been a long time admirer and tried to get him back for a long time. How pleasing is it? You've got him and you can now select him in the squad.
Very pleased, because as I said before, I think from even like when I came into the club, you know, this is as much as we want to be successful, I have to have a plan. I have to have a way of working, and I like young, hungry, ambitious, dynamic players. I do, and in trying to get success for the club, that's important, but to get continued success, I have to have a plan. And if I look at the squad at the moment, and I look at Michael Harriman, that, you know, we have tried to sign permanent, and all efforts will be made to do that. But as you can understand, with Queen's Park Rangers, you know, it's all many changes, but you know, Chris Ramsey, Harry was a great friend of mine. Chris is a great friend of mine as well. Chris Ramsey has done some work for me in the years. So, you know, talks will continue once that's sorted out. But I'm sure that, you know, we can do something with Michael. Luke Wilkinson, who's I think 23, 24. Paddy Ruddock, Cameron McGeehan, Mark Cullen. These are Matt Robinson, Alex Lacey. You know, these are the type that I want to build this football club around but that's going to take me, you know, sort of 3, maybe 4 years to maybe get everything ready to go, because at the moment I'm trying to get them together. Andre would have been one of them, but you know, good luck to Andre. He's listening. Also, we might say that may happen on the way, but that's what I want to get to. That's where I'm going. In doing that, I also want to get success on the pitch. So it is a balancing act. But what I don't want to do is not do it, put everything into going up one, and have no substance to it, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation where you've got to change everything and you end up coming down again. I need to marry the two, and to get the club in the, how can I put it, for the club to have the right substance to it, to sustain and improve as a club. I don't want to keep changing players every year. You know, to have that group of young, hungry, dynamic players is what I want. And I could even tell you players I won't, but that I do want to get in the next year that will add to that. So, you know, I'm really pleased that what I've been doing is people could look at it and start to see that group. That for me is the key. And when I come in, and as I said, I don't promise nothing short term. There is not a short term solution. Fortunately, we got up. We could go up this year, but you know, I didn't make no promises. But my promise was I can rebuild this club to how I think it needs to be rebuilt, and put all of the factors in that it becomes a long-term thing, and the club begins to grow. And when I'm long gone, hopefully we've got a group of Luton players, because they've come here as young men, maybe from different clubs, but they've played 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years at Luton, and the reason they've stayed here is because they ain't got to go somewhere else to get success, because they're getting it all the time and the club's going on. And that really is, it's massive for me to do that.